Hey, what's going on, guys? This will be just a quick video on installing the Kilo and Xtango suppressor cover over your suppressor. So let's get into it. All right, so installation of the Kilo and the Xtango are pretty much identical. They both have the bootlace style cords going over the top of them with a rear cinch. So to start, we want to make sure obviously that the cords here are all nice and loose. We've got enough flexibility to kind of stretch this thing open. So we're going to go ahead and start from the muzzle end, slide this over like a sock. And then we want to make sure that we have at least a 1/4 inch to an inch of spacing between the end of the suppressor cover and the end of the suppressor. So once we got that on and we have that little bit of spacing on the end here, we can go ahead and start from the end or the muzzle side of this lace here and just start to tighten it up and cinch it up like you would a boot lace. So I'm gonna start at the end here, muzzle end, working my way back, making sure it's nice and tight across the top. Then we can take our cinch, slide that down, and I personally like having the cinch kind of pulled over off to one side or the other. That just ensures that if I have, or if you have any kind of low optic that's really close to your rail or the suppressor, that you have plenty of clearance. There's nothing obstructing your view. So with this tag end here, then we can go ahead and run it back through the top of the laces the best we can. If you've installed it right, it's going to be a little difficult to slide this through these laces because they're going to be so tight, right? So I like to slide mine all the way to the end and make sure that I pull that little knot there off to the side. So now I've got the nice slick top here, nice and tight. And then now I can go ahead and take that rear cinch and we're going to tighten that up. After you've tightened up that rear cinch, that just ensures that the suppressor cover doesn't slide forward at all. Then we can take this tag end and run it through this little loop here down underneath the suppressor cover. Sometimes it's easier just to roll your suppressor cover over, slide it in through the bottom there, make sure that that tag end is nice and secured, nice and tight, and then roll this back over so the laces are at the top. Honestly, you can have this rolled whichever direction you like. I just like having the laces over the top with a logo up at the top. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple and easy to install. We're going to go ahead and do that again here with the Kilo suppressor cover. And for reference, this is on a Griffin Armament Optimus. So again, making sure my laces are nice and loose over the cords. Make sure that rear cinch is loose. Open up that end. Slide it over like a glove. Making sure we got our proper spacing at the end here. Take this, tighten it up, start from the front or the muzzle end, and work that as tight as you can, working your way all the way back to the rear cinch. Pull that nice and tight. Lock that rear cinch down. Again, I'm going to pull mine off to the side just a little bit, get that out of the way. Take our tag end and loop that through the top, just to keep everything nice, clean, and laid down. Once I get to the end, again, I'm going to fold this over off to one side so that the top here is nice and clean and laid down flat. Then we can take our rear cinch, pull this down tight, pull that up as tight as we can get it. Give it a good little check here. Still got proper spacing. Just to make it easier, I'm going to spin the cover around, take that tag end on the end here, and slide it through this little tab here on the bottom of the cover. Just like that. That's nice and secured, clean. Roll this back around however you want to position it, and there you go. So that was just a quick video of installing the Kilo and Xtango suppressor cover. We hope that helped, and thanks again for checking out T&K Products.